Good afternoon. Today we're going to be reacting to Kira's to his video. Steam has frozen Ashes of Creation funds. Well, this is going to be interesting. Again, the link to this video will be down in the description below, and I'll try to put it down in the pinned comments. On top of that, sorry I didn't upload yesterday. There's a storm going on, and I could not record or upload anything. I couldn't even watch anything. Internet was going so slow, so it kind of put me at a setback. Close that up. Without any further ado, let's get into this, and hope y'all liked the video.
Okay, what up, friendos? Welcome back. Obviously, everyone's got 1,000,001 questions about the whole Ashes situation, and I'm trying my best to get you the whole story, but for now...
fuck. Excuse me, I just realized something. My bad.
Now, what I can do is answer some community questions and just give you an update. So I opened a specific section in my Discord server where people can ask a question, and then obviously I'll just get to it in videos as and when I can, or just answer them in the Discord.
Good guy, by the way.
So if you're interested in that, go ahead. If not, all good. And also, obviously, I could just wait until I have everything before posting a video, but that could be weeks. It could be months. So what I'm trying to do is get you as many answers as I can.
There is a big whole deal going on with Ashes Creation right now. It's up in there what's going to happen to this company, what's going to happen to the people, the ex-developers. One thing's for sure is Ashes of Creation is probably, well, I'm going to say it's for sure Ashes of Creations for now is canceled. I only say for now because you never know with games. It could be, the IP can be bought back up by somebody else or another company and just finished up by another company. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen.
As quickly as I can when they're nailed on, when I actually can give you something that is substantial. For now, just real quick, like a 1 minute, hopefully, recap of what's happened over the last few days and exactly where the public's at with what they know. On January 28th, 2026.
There's a cat on my desk named Fluffy. He's such a good kitty. So if you hear him purring, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to move him. He's too cute.
There was a high-level meeting where the board, yes, the board exists, communicated that the Intrepid team would be downsized dramatically. Over 100 developers will be fired, no PTO, no severance paid. On January 29th, some team leaders communicated with their team what was coming. Much of the senior leadership then resigned in protest, and the news of what was happening spread throughout the company like wildfire. It was at this point I was contacted by a source who'd proven themselves reliable.
I want to point out again, corpos suck. Corporations will suck ass. Because at the end of the day, they're going to protect the higher-ups, the CEOs, the people that have all the money. That's who they're going to protect. Fuck the lower man. Fuck them. We got to protect our investments and make sure we come out richer than when we came in at. Or at least, we don't lose as much money. Try not to lose as much money. So they believe they're just like, this is not profitable. They're just gonna fucking ditch it and cut their losses. It's fucked, but again, it's fucking, like I said in the last video, this shit happens all the time, really.
Liable in the past, and the situation was communicated to me. On the 30th of January, which was the Friday, individuals were informed whether they were subject to this mass layoff, but some of the studio believed that they still had a job. This was also the day I posted my video stating I'd heard a crazy rumor and asking for more employees to come forward with information so I could confirm.
Dude, imagine that. That just sucks. Like, oh, like we've already chose who's going to be fired. These people are going to be fired. Everyone else, you still have a job. And then the next day, like, oh yeah, we changed our mind. We're canceling the game, and you're all fired.
Very next day, the 31st of January, which is a Saturday, a company-wide email was sent informing the team of the WARN Act notice due to the company finances that would impact some jobs at the studio. Within hours, another internal document was circulated, a digital letter that was also posted by first-class mail to all employees, stating every single one of them had been fired, effective the next business day, which was Monday the 2nd. For the record, the company's payroll processing date is the 3rd, which was the very next day. They were then informed at this time, despite the WARN Act notice having a 60-day requirement, they would be without work effective almost immediately and without compensation. Obviously, things change very quickly here because, as you've just heard, the 28th, there was a massive reduction in staff, but there was...
Again, I'm going to say there is a lawsuit coming, and I really want to know who's going to get pinned with the lawsuit, though.
Was still a studio, and then by the 31st, everything was done. Everybody was fired.
Odds are they're going to have a fall guy. Some guy that they're trying to say, oh, it's all this guy's fault, and then he's just going to get stuck with all the debt and lawsuits that follow. Like, some companies have that, like, have a guy there that's like, it's a fall guy.
Studio was closed, and that was decided, communicated, and executed within a matter of hours. There are, of course, some previously unknown factors here that have yet to be revealed to the public, which we can go over in a minute. Now, there are questions here about what's going to happen to the game. It's currently online. What is going to happen with the Steam page? It was purchasable, now it isn't. People are getting refunds, regardless of their playtime, regardless of how long ago they bought the game. Some people are. What is Valve likely to do? Where's the money? Let's go over some of these, and specifically, let's begin with why are the employees not being paid and what changed. So, in an email that was sent out, it reads, as of Friday after...
Let me rephrase that. I say they don't have money more. That's a lie. They do have money. But not a lot. Like, not as much as they want. So, what they're doing is they're cutting their losses and trying to run with what they have. I'm sure they have enough to pay the employees, but... Well, then that's going to cut into their profits. Or, like, not even their profits, like what they have left. And I'm sure they don't want to do that. When they could just rather take the money and run. Now, I'm not saying that's 100% what's happening, because I don't have proof. I don't have anything to prove that. I'm just doing a speculation of what I think they might be doing.
Afternoon, the company reasonably expected to receive funds from Steam that would have allowed payroll to be processed and operations to continue while next steps were evaluated. At approximately 6 a.m. Friday morning, the company was notified that these funds were being held. As a result, payroll could not be processed as anticipated. What this means is...
Fuck you.
Obviously, people are of the opinion that the release, they were going to take the funds from Steam and run, and, you know, they were going to make away with a whole bunch of money. They're getting nothing. There is no money. Steam have frozen the funds, which is why they're able to refund people. There are a few factors to this, which I'll go over in a minute. So, what's going on with the game? Right, the game is currently online. You can...
Sorry if I have my doubts that they don't have money to pay their employees. Yes, Steam, I'm sure it has a big factor in all the money they had from Steam got put on hold. Yes, I'm sure that doesn't look great. But I still speculate that they have the money to pay the employees. It's just they pay them, they won't have a lot of money anymore. And it might put them in a pickle. Even though they're already in a pretty bad pickle. Pretty bad fuck pickle. Again, just my thoughts. I cannot guarantee that this is what actually is happening. I would like to be wrong, honestly, in this situation. But I don't know. I don't know. No, unless we go see finance reports, you know that shit. I don't know.
Currently log in and play the game if you already own it. You can't buy it anymore on Steam, but you can log in and play. That is going to continue until the top stops spinning. What I mean by that is grab something, grab a coin, grab a spinning top, spin it. When it stops, it stops, right? You can't make it spin again without touching it. There are no employees at this company.
The servers more likely were paid for a certain time. And once that time is up, the servers will go down.
Anymore. But the server is online. So one of two things will happen going forward. Either the server lease, as in whoever they're paying, AWS, I don't know why I'm saying whoever, when AWS discovers that they're having their bill not paid, they will turn off the servers. Or the servers will just break and there'll be nobody to turn them back on. At that exact moment, the game will not come back online.
That's sad.
Probably ever. Why do I say that? Because the plan originally has clearly changed. The plan to fire a certain amount of employees.
I know I say this a lot, but man, this is actually really sad to see this game die. I've seen the game. It looks really fun. It looks really cool. And I'm like, maybe they were aiming too big with an MMO. Maybe they should have gone with like, not a single player, but like a person hosting the game. Like, or like limiting like servers, like what Battlefield do. Like Battlefield has servers, but like they're like talking about MMO, which is always continuously online and all this shit. I think like a single host can hold up to like 32 players, something like that. Like they could try to. They should have tried. Maybe I. I'm sorry. That is a thought. I'm like, I get that they wanted to make an MMO, but MMOs nowadays really are hard to like nail, because when you make an MMO, there's some things you just will not hit. You will not get. When I think of MMOs, I think of low texture, low detail games, because there's so many players they have to in one session that they have to sacrifice like animations, textures, something. They got to sacrifice something to make sure everything runs properly. And that, while that doesn't bother me too much if the gameplay is fun, it's still there. And like that bothers other people. Sucks to see the game go, but again, maybe another studio will pick it up. Maybe they'll either resume the MMO or they'll take it and just try to make something sorry. Make something different out of it. I had to clear my throat.
Go retain key staff, but go and hire some people overseas to reduce operating costs and get the game out faster and cheaper. That's clearly changed because they fired everybody, which means there is no carryover. And there are obviously aspects of this.
Again, I'm going to say this. I don't think I said this already, but I actually would have rather them carried it over to a foreign country and finish the game than it to never come out. Because then I get to see you get to see what comes out of it. It might be a good game. Might have been a good game. It might have been a shit game. If it was a shit game, it would have closed down and failed. If it was a good game, well, then people probably would have been happy and it probably had a pretty good lifespan. But now we'll never really know. Also, sorry if y'all hear chicks. I got some chicks the other day. They are dark Brahmas. I have a Brahma collection. Light, buff, and now dark. And I have forgotten how loud chicks are. Or maybe it's just these chicks that are so loud. They're very talkative. And very cute.
I can't talk about and what some of the plans were. But because there's nobody retained from the company as of right now, you can't just... It's a code base that these people have created, that they know how it works. The idea that you could just hire new people and be like, here's a game that people created over the course of 10 years, get it working and do it quickly. Like, it's just not realistic. That's not how this works.
It was stupid.
So the idea that this is going to like continue in any meaningful capacity, obviously in the last video I said...
He's right. I forgot that it's been taking like 10 years for this game to be made. And that they wanted to take it to a foreign country to have it finished. Or like have foreign workers work on it. They wanted it done fast and cheap. Man, honestly, it probably would have turned out like dog shit. With a bunch of microtransactions. But I don't know. Again, like we'll never know really now. Because it's the end.
Maybe they start trying to weaken and Bernie's the corpse of this thing. Very unlikely. But if you are playing the game for whatever reason, as soon as those servers go down, it's gone. It's dead. You will almost certainly not be able to log into this game ever again. That's just how it is. Now, obviously, a lot of people keep posting financial documents and public filings that I don't even fully understand, and I'm doing my best to speak to experts who do so that they can explain it to me. But people keep posting these liens, and they're posting liens saying that, oh, this person now owns the company because they filed a lien, which are publicly viewable. And a lien, as far as I understand it, is basically just a public record of who is owed money from the entity that the
Yeah, but the same, like, I have a car and I'm paying on that car and they call the payment, I get a lien. I'm like, I don't own the car yet. I'm paying the car. I owe people money for that car. If I don't pay them, they take the car back and they're just reselling it. Now, it's not the same thing with a game coming on that. And I get what he's saying, like, they don't get a part of the company. The company owes them money. Because this is like a reverse deal. Because instead of it being like a bank or a corporation, like that you owe money to a bank or a corporation, it's like the corporation owes you money and you're an individual. So that's a bit different. Although I'm not too sure how that works really. The more I think about it, I'm like, how does that work? I'm like, how are they gonna get you your money back? Assume refund your card or court of law, maybe? I don't know.
lien is filed against. And the way that liens work is that they are first come, first serve. So whoever has the lien filed the earliest is the party that essentially gets first dibs on assets paid back in any kind of like foreclosure or bankruptcy. So with the company,
could be like they get like first dibs on whatever, like what he's talking about, like the assets, like parts of the game. I wouldn't say the entire company or the game, but like maybe they can, like in the lawsuit, like can get or in this like lien deal, they can get certain assets back from the company, and they can like take the ownership of the assets to equal value what they're owed. Assumption. I'm making an assumption. I don't know much about this kind of shit, but I'm gonna make an assumption, and I'm if I understand what he's saying correctly, I'm gonna say that's what he's trying to say. Oh shit, my headset's now dying.
Context clues here of things we already publicly know without me giving too much stuff away is that when the company is saying we have no money, we literally cannot pay the staff. We will wait.
You gotta pause while I plug my headset in to charge it. Oh my god, Lord, those chicks are a lot louder than I thought they were. Resuming.
For the Steam money, we now no longer have access to the Steam money because Valve have frozen the funds. We can deduce from that they have no money, which means when you're looking at liens that are recently posted from like, oh, this MLM person has a lien and therefore they now control the company. The people who actually have access to the debt and any assets that the company would have is a bank. The first people that have a lien, if you search the filings, is a bank. You can see this; it's public information. So if the company is insolvent, if the company does not have money, and the first person has access to claim debt, basically, is a bank, even if Valve was to pay out the money, the money would go to the bank. It would not go to the new people who own the company. No. Now, let me go over some of these questions that have been asked in the Discord. So the big question everybody is asking at all times that unfortunately I cannot answer is, what do we know about the equity that was sold by Steven? When did he start losing control of the company? When were things sold off? When did the board get established? Now,
my eyes, flashbang!
Building your app on base 44.
Sitting here in a dark room, you gotta flashbang me like that.
I can tell you what the employees know. I can tell you what the broad understanding is, and that is that it was communicated to the employees internally in November of 2025 that there was a board. That's the first communication that I'm aware of that internally at the company on an employee level, the employees found out that there was a board. Now, as for when things were getting sold, as for when control started slipping, I can't answer that currently. But you will be getting answers to this very soon if you know what I know is to be believed, which is another trust me bro moment. But I think at this point, hopefully if you're watching the video, you know that I'm saying trust me bro because I know what's going on to some extent, right? So you answered this in general chat, but as it's for a video, I think people would like to know how many staff are left. 0. There are no staff. If I remember correctly, they said they'd pay referral fees on release, which is referring to the content creator program, referral program, or refund to backers on not release. Basically, this puts you in a situation where if it doesn't release, you owe people money, and if it does release, you owe people money. So it has to be one of those, right? What I will say is that in my experience, and again, I'm not a lawyer and I'm not an expert in this, but
neither am I. I'm gonna point that out. You don't have to be an expert or a lawyer or anything like that to have an opinion. Some people will say that means you're stupid. It does not mean you're stupid. It means you just have an opinion. You don't. The more you know, the better it is, really. But everyone has the right to their own opinion. And I will always, my way I will say I will always respect your opinion, even if it's a dog shit opinion. Now I'll tell you I respect it. But if you go to challenge my opinion, I will defend my opinion unless you can give me a actual good argument. Give me a good point. I always want. I will challenge you if like you have something like you disagree with me on. I challenge you to try to change my mind. Give me facts, give me evidence, give me links to like articles that like to show me like where I'm making a mistake. And if you can do that, I'll check it out or read it, and I'm going to do a bit more research to see if I was wrong or if I had misread something or misunderstood. But like, I'm getting off topic here. My bad. But let's keep going.
Pretty much anytime somebody says, "Oh, we'll give you this money if this thing happens," what they're saying is reasonably, if we have the money as a business, then that thing will happen. But because they failed to deliver the product, they don't have money, and any money that they do have would be claimed by the bank due to their first position lien against the company's assets, right? And then it would go up to the next person and the next person, and the company doesn't have anything, so you can't be paid anything. That's just how it goes. Now, would you have some form of restitution legally? I don't know. You'd have to speak to an attorney. That isn't me. That's, you know, as far as we can get on it. But in my experience, seeing the lawsuits that have happened with all the Kickstarter projects and things, you probably ain't going to get shit. Doesn't matter what anybody said in the process. It's just the way it is, unfortunately. If you put money into this, if it wasn't through Steam, you're probably fucked. Now, regarding Steam, are they likely to just blanket refund everybody? Maybe, but there is no precedent for this. The only precedent we have for Steam doing this is with games that imminently released, as in the day before this happened very famously. The day before released, and within a couple days, they were basically like, "Oh, we're closing down the studio, bye." And Valve released a refund to everybody, regardless of whether or not they applied for one. It was just a blanket refund. The game was essentially fucking memory hold and deleted from the systems. Now, this is different, of course. So it is going to be whatever Valve decides, but they are refunding some people. So maybe if enough people put in a refund request, that is something that will happen. There's just absolutely no way to tell because we're kind of in new territory here. Yeah. So as it stands right now, that's about as much as an update as I can give you on this.
I really like that Valve is like looking out for the players, and that's something I will always give to Valve. They are try to stay pro player. Keep the players in mind. I say always try to, but to be frankly honest with you, when the card payment processors came in, they kind of bent the knee pretty hard, and that frustrates me. But I mean, what can you really do? Only thing you can really do is take up your payments somewhere else. I would suggest, if you work though, I would suggest GOG. GOG has been getting better about it. And like they have like publicly stated that they are pro gamer as well, like pro player. So like all their games, they want most, if not all their games, to be playable, and like they make it clear you are not purchasing a license, you are purchasing the game. You own this game. You know that, and like I own XCOM 2 on there. I can't play multiplayer on XCOM 2 on GOG. I don't know why it's like that, but hell, I'm like, even if they decide to close XCOM online down or anything like that, like I still can play XCOM. If they try to delist it, like I still can play it. Same thing goes for Steam, really, but Steam could just change their terms of service. Sorry. Once we lose Gabe, I think it's like Gabe Newell that owns Steam, that will be a sad day, because the second he's gone is the second we might lose Steam as a company. I'm not talking about them closing down. I'm talking about corporate Karens and like people that are like so captured by like this, like, oh, these people are the victims and all that. Like, we need to make up for all of past mistakes, and virtue signal and all this shit will take over, as they have with other companies. And then they'll start pushing that shit on Steam, and they'll push new terms of service, and they'll stop being pro player, and they'll start being anti consumer. That is honestly scary. And when that shit happens, I guarantee you there will be lawsuits going after Steam for predatory changing of terms of service, because like terms of service that we agreed to when we first got Steam, when we first purchased games, that is in a contract, and like I want to say it can't be changed, but I'm not positive on that. Because like when you get on Steam like that, you normally have to accept the terms of service, and then when they update, you normally have to accept it again. And like, if you don't accept it, your deal won't update. I don't even know if you can play your games at that point if you don't accept the terms of service. But we're gonna resume this video because it's almost over.
Obviously, there's a real community aspect to this going on right now. Everybody's an investigator at the moment. Everybody's finding documents. Everybody's finding quotes. Everybody's scouring the internet for any bit and piece of information that they can so that they can draw some kind of conclusion. And the issue is, in many cases with this, you're not finding it. This is my opinion, and again, it's trust me, bro. You are not going to find any of the required context through public listings unless it's a public lawsuit that has actual legal documents and things.
People gonna keep their mouth shut because they're afraid of a lawsuit against them, or harming any lawsuits that they could have. That's smart. If you say anything, say I'm a former employee, and I go out and I talk shit about the company, and then I pursue them in a lawsuit, that looks bad on me in the court of law. It makes me look unprofessional. Like, the company, yes, looks unprofessional, but then I look bad too, because I went like, oh, they're a shit company. They didn't pay me my money. Oh, like, they didn't treat me right. Well, then I look bad in the court of law because I went and spewed that out on like public stuff, like Twitter and all that. It makes me look bad, and it's very bad to do. If you want to pursue them in a court of law, if you don't care to pursue them in a court of law, I say go ahead. But I would have some shit to back your statements up. Because they can still get you for a defamation lawsuit if you have no proof. And if they're going down, like, what do they got to lose, really? You know? Everything I state or anything like that is always my opinion or like speculations. Unless I got rock solid facts or evidence, it's all just like an opinion or speculation or theories. It's like, you don't want a fucking lawsuit against you. Shit gets annoying. Man, cat, why your muscles tense up like that? I was just petting you.
That give you some level of transparency.
Oh, sorry.
So what's happening right now is probably fun, but wholly unhelpful if you're actually looking for the truth of the matter. So have fun with it. But if you're posting something or you're reading something and you're like, oh my God, is this true? Like, I just saw people posting a Discord account, just a random Discord account posting, "Oh, I'm this person that's shown up in a bunch of speculatory Reddit posts and things."
You can always make a random Discord account. It's free to make an account. You can always make a random Twitter account. It's free to make a Twitter account. You can always pose as somebody and say you're this person, but unless you got like you got evidence, you got something like nobody else has, you're just gonna be seen as possibly a liar. And if you're not lying, well then, no, some people might believe you, some people might not. Like if you don't got no evidence, it's hard to believe you. It's like a trust me bro kind of scenario. And while I do like try to follow the trust me bro code, it can be rather damning sometimes. If the evidence is stacked against you, or if it's something pretty bad and you're saying like trust me bro, and there's not a lot of proof, I might have contradicted myself here because this guy said like in the last video, then it's like the trust me bro deal that like there's a board. While there's technically no proof that there's a board, the statement is that there's a board, but the other board's members are anonymous or like unknown. I personally choose to believe him. If you don't want to believe him, then that's fine. But I do not trust a random Discord account that's just like saying, "Oh, I'm a former employee," and then shows no proof. I don't trust an account that says, "Oh, I'm a former employee" on X and says posts no proof. If you have no proof, then I'm gonna doubt you. If you got something like some evidence, just even like just something to prove it, then I might listen to you. You know what I mean? Like, I need something to prove it, or I can just like be like, I believe you. But then again, I contradict myself because I trust this guy. He did the trust me bro last time. My personal belief is I believe him. Maybe it's a mistake, maybe it's not. I don't know. Guess we'll know there's like I think 4 more videos of this, so this shit's still going on. I don't know what's new. The next update's gonna be. Maybe they fucking board's not anonymous anymore. Maybe they found out who it is. Maybe there's a new update. Maybe refunds are getting issued. Maybe the company can pay their money, or maybe they're getting a lawsuit. Like, I don't fucking know yet. It's just it's interesting. Like, it's something else.
This person and this is what's going to happen with the game and blah blah blah. If you're seeing shit posted on social media, there's a real good chance it's either completely lacking context or it's made up and it's fake and it's false. And you can treat my videos like that if you don't trust me. It is what it is. You know, you're an adult, do whatever the fuck you want. Who cares at the end of the day? Oh, one thing I didn't mention is if you're waiting for like the developer live stream on the 13th, there are no developers. There's no company. I don't know if and when anything is going to be announced about this, because people are of course going to be in 10 days time thinking, oh, is this dev stream going to come up? It can't. Like, so I don't know if they're going to announce something otherwise on some other social media platform or what's going to happen. But that's certainly not going to, because there are no employees left to even man a live stream or to talk about anything about the future. That being said, have fun, guys. Join the Discord if you want to drop a...
Oh, I fucking forgot he had Discord. I might join the Discord. I won't want to mention any... I will not mention anything about the React videos because I don't want to self-publicize, but... Hey, like, if you guys like this guy's content, I do recommend you come over here and like watch his videos for yourself, like, and you won't have me interrupting or pausing or anything like that. You can hear it word for word. This guy is Kira. He posted this video 11 days ago. I am a bit behind. I am sorry. And he posted a video. Oh yeah, he posted a video literally a day ago. Oh yeah, okay. This is an Ashton's creation video. This will be another video I'll be reacting to, but it will not be going live for a bit. Shit, he has one from 2 months ago. I didn't know that. Alright, my bad. We're not going to continue this any further. Again, go check this guy out. And, also, I stream on Twitch. Micromat on Twitch, if you want to check me out. on Twitch. If you would like, subscribe it. On YouTube, I'm going to be trying to upload every day. And if I can't, well then I can't. I do mostly reaction videos now. And if I don't have anything to react to, then I'll just do a live stream probably. As long as I'm not working. Alright, that's the end. I'll catch you guys later.